Hey everybody, it's Squid. Welcome back to my channel. How is everybody doing this morning? It is rainy, it is dreary. We have had a busy morning. Mr. Squid did not go to work this morning. We had a very late light last night with the old house, and we've been unpacking more stuff. I got the rest of my books, including my Navy Achievement Medal and my Air Warfare Qual, my World War II books, and some of my textbooks, including mental health concepts and techniques in occupational therapy. So I've read the first paragraph, and the first paragraph was all that I needed to to know that this is going to be a shit show. Hope everybody is doing this well this morning. It took me a little longer to do this. This motion was filed last night. It was filed after I checked it. I think I checked it like 5 or something. So it's a doozy from the first paragraph on. Hope everybody is doing well. I had to put makeup on. Luckily, this lighting doesn't show it, but there is a nice little bruise right here. The little yesterday headbutted me. For those of you who didn't see my live yesterday, the little headbutted me and left a nice chunky bruise. There is not anything from the judge yet. Also, as of last night, there is nothing in the other case. Hold on one second. I have to turn the littles. Can you all hear that? Or is she good to go? Because she's under my desk with her dad's phone. She doesn't have my phone. She has her dad's. Well, we just have a lot to do. We gave back the keys last night because our former landlords are slightly angry that they're going to be losing their passive income every month. But that was their decision to sell the house. That was the other thing that was going to. I was going to see if anything was filed by Randy in that today. This is the only motion that I've seen so far. You can hear it, but it's not loud. I'm going to turn it down. Hey, Angel, can you either go by Daddy or can I see that phone? No. Okay, you're going to go by Daddy? Well, that'll work too. She went in the other room. Good morning, Captain Kern. Oh, good morning and good night. You're going to listen while you try to sleep. Well, I hope I will try not to be too annoying and obnoxious this morning. I'm in a really good mood today, and I don't know why. My face hurts. I'm sore as hell from the gym yesterday, but I'm in a really, really good mood. It's great. I haven't been in this good of mood in a long time. But those same landlords would be happy to give you a 30-day eviction notice. They'll get over it. Yeah, they wanted to. They were blowing up his phone last night with pictures because we told them we hadn't gotten everything out of the house yet. There was still literally piddly stuff like a clock. They were sending him pictures of everything, to the point where he did not go do his normal nighttime routine. That's why he's not at work, or he's not at work today, because he didn't get home till 9 o'clock last night. He's usually asleep, passed out by 9 o'clock because his butt wakes up at 3 o'clock. All right, so we are going to get into this. I told you, Flash Fan, yesterday, I was like, I'm going to go live today. I just don't know what I'm going to go live about because I have things to talk about, the other cases we're covering. However, and I wanted to get into the Justin Baldoni's counter lawsuit, not counterclaims, but a completely separate lawsuit. However, I knew that something was going to be filed in this because one, we never go this long without documents in this case because somebody's always got something to say on both sides. And two, the discovery deadline was 6:00 p.m. Eastern last night. So, the thing is they weren't that crappy when we were actually living there. but it's I can see that I am going to do a weekend update this weekend, Flash fan. So we'll talk, and if you find any articles, I still can't get documents from Letcher County. Letcher County, Kentucky is like Fort Knox when it comes to documents. Yeah, now I have my own home. Squid Family wins. Yes, Squid Family does win. It's a little more expensive, but like I am going for a walk on the trails with my friend tonight because we only live 15 minutes apart and not 55 minutes apart. It's great. I can actually hang out with my friends again, like my in real life friends. It's great. It's great. It's great. Not that I couldn't hang out with them before, but it was just a process because it's like the travel time was an hour and a half, minimum an hour and a half travel time. It's just Bubbles is Bruce Matskin, the lawyer for Lynette and John Cook, the one who emailed me back in like early December or late November. Yeah, the one who. Oh, I wonder why. Hold on, let me check my settings. Hold on. Just one and it went away. Yes, this is true too. And that is why my YouTube channel is now not just it's still going to be fun and games. We're still going to make fun of people. We're still going to talk about the drama in lawsuits. We're still going to read documents. Somebody started calling him Bubbles. I think it was Shizzy started calling him Bubbles, and then Rozilla's Realm called him Beelzebubbles, which I love. But writing Beelzebubbles in a thumbnail just is a little bit too wordy. Okay, I wonder why. Yeah, so he's the one that, and he's emailed me twice since then, both while I was streaming, and I didn't read them on stream, but I didn't respond. The only times I've ever responded to him is everything you saw on Tug's stream. When Tug read my emails, that's the only time outside of a chat where it's public that I've ever contacted him, is he contacted me first. Yeah, well, that's the thing. They didn't have a mortgage. That house was inherited in her family. So it was inherited. So they didn't have a mortgage. All they had was property taxes. Yeah, property taxes. So, yeah, they didn't have so all the money that they were getting, yeah, they had to replace the air conditioner, but I'm pretty sure the air conditioner hadn't been replaced since the house was built. I'm pretty sure the air conditioner was original equipment and the house was built in like 1970. So, okay, Shizzy's first letter. I thought it was Shizzy, but so many people were calling him Bubbles that I like, considering I didn't really follow this case outside of Judge DeThomas's for a while. I missed who started calling him Bubbles. So, lurking and listening, you lurker. Life's a dance, you learn as you go. I love that phrase. My ASMR is Tug, Megan, Shizzy. If you use me as ASMR, I apologize. Columbus, Georgia, Ohio, or Indiana. You don't have to answer that. It's not Columbus, Georgia. But anyway, let's get into this crazy. It's only 4 pages, so it shouldn't take us that long to get through. ASMR rules. So the little has been like watching like ASMR of like kinetic sand, like people cutting through kinetic sand. It's I don't know how she found it, but it's whatever. And then I gave her kinetic sand, and we took a spoon and like started digging through it, and her eyes lit up. Like she's like, "Oh crap, I've heard this sound before, but I don't know where." Columbus, Georgia is not 800 degrees right now, because not too far from Columbus, Georgia is like rainy and gross. Cuddy, I can't. My cousin's son gave me kinetic sand back in like 2019, and I still have it. And it's so bad. It's so bad. I still have it. It was fun to play with, but now I cut through it with this, like, I think I was using a fork or a spoon, and her eyes just lit up. It was the greatest thing. All right. Let's get into this. Let's get into this, of course. Once again, we know it's a Bubbles motion because he doesn't use Gainesville division because he, yeah. Opposition to plaintiff's motion to dismiss defendant Preston and Cook's counterclaims and motion to strike. The plaintiff's motions, documents 85 and 86, are frivolous and based on falsities so obvious. That's the first thing that made me laugh. So obvious. Like, are you 16? Like, that the defendants seek to add plaintiff's counsel as a party defendant. It must be insulting to the court to be so openly lied to in filings. There's my second, like, what the actual motion. Kinetic sand and slime, two things not allowed in my house. Yeah, the kinetic sand she plays with on a placemat and at the island. And it's like, that is the only place you are allowed to play with this because I am watching. He did. What do you think of this measles outbreak? I haven't heard anything. So with someone, so I was talking to someone about that, and she thinks that he just uses a template, and when they made it bigger, like, it disappeared, and he never bothered to put it back or change the size so that other line showed up. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. That was just me and another person speculating, and that was their idea, which seemed plausible. Yeah. I just, hey, Sheila, how are you? Yeah. More smoke and mirrors. Bubbles is a scratch record. It seems the same things over and over and over again. Let me quote from this case. Oh, the quotes aren't from the case, but the website I used didn't make that clear with weird references. Yeah. King Paco, I'm sorry I never responded to your email last night. I got busy with stuff. We had angry people to deal with. The plaintiff's motions were filed later than the same day as the court's granting document 84, the defendant's request for leave, and document 83 to file a response addressing 5 separate misrepresentations contained in the plaintiff's opposition to the defendant's pending 12B1 motion. The timing and bare-bones nature of the plaintiff's motions, together with the textual, false underlying rationale, gives the glaring appearance that the motions were quickly contrived. My first thought with this is the motions weren't quickly contrived. Bubbles, you're predictable. Your playbook, like, I don't like everything that Randy and Doreen write or do. However, they have a playbook. They are playing chess. He is playing checkers. They are 3 steps ahead of him, and he is predictable. Predictable. Yeah, and Joan, I hope you feel better. Get well soon. Yes. And yes, please remember to hit the like button. It's free. And even if you don't hit the like button, just hit any button. It helps. Just hit the up or down. It's whatever. Y'all do what you do, but either way, it helps engagement. So if you're lurking and stalking and anything like that, this comment broke me. I'm not sure. I don't care either way, but I did find it hilarious. I find it hilarious that people that claim to not like me watch everything I do. But do I need to like put that meme as my background? If you watch everything I do, you're a fan. Let's face it. Like, hey Tammy, how are you? John, we don't. He's here all the time. He is actually a supporter of mine, because I hate everybody because I don't play well with others. So I call everything like I see it. And if we always see the thing about this comment right here that I'm not a fan of, is just like in life, as in politics, as in YouTube, if we only listen to people who agree with us, we're never going to hear, or we're never going to learn or see anybody else's point of view. So there are people in my chat that you might not like. You might see them in other chats and hate their guts. That is a you problem, not a me problem. And as long as people are respectful in my chat, everybody's welcome. There's only 3 people who aren't welcome. 2 of them are lawyers, and one of them, I don't know. I don't really know what he is. But so as long as like I can't stand you, Squid, as I throw money and show to your streams and text you. Yeah. It's just one of those things of like life, as in politics, when we only live in our own echo chambers, we start to believe that we're always right. And nobody is right 100% of the time. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. But this is not just a you thing. This happens quite frequently. So to those who are new here, I just give my little spiel. You're fine. No worries, John. For what it's worth, I can't stand here. I'm only here because I'm backed to her car, didn't have insurance, and the judge sentenced me. Oh, like, oh my goodness. Like, y'all are hilarious. I love you all. Like, morning, King Bob. How are you? Yes, and that's the thing. Like I'm all for just providing what's a fact, like what's in the motions, which is like a fact that it's in the motion. It's not it might not be an actual fact. It's just one of those things of like, who's Squid? I don't know. I got here. Oh my goodness. So this sentence right here, like, Bruce, you are predictable. So I'm pretty sure that these motions were already written. These were not quickly contrived. These were motions that were thought out a long time, and they might have only had to change small details. But in general, all the case law, all the bringing up the past, they all had that ready to go because your playbook is predictable. It's like the people that hate the most are the most predictable. Like, y'all are the most predictable people. And Bubbles, you are predictable. So the fact that my like quickly contrived, these were not quickly contrived. Drafted and filed to provide content for YouTube channels promoting the plaintiff's storylines. No, bitch. You're the one who, most of Randy's motions, although I disagree with some things in them because I disagree with a lot of shit because that's just my personality. I'm disagreeable. Randy's, I like to compare and contrast the content, but also how one is easy to read and one is not. One uses case law. One does not. One uses footnotes, provides evidence, and one just doesn't. And then your choice of words. So like, yeah, I just, and that's the thing. Like, if I can laugh at myself, it's like, there's people that aren't going to like me. It's fine. Like, see if I care. I just don't. I don't. Yeah. So it's just funny because I make fun of myself. So when someone calls me something, I'm like, okay, like, okay. Like, I worked in a shop in the military with all men for, I think, 3 months. I was the only girl in my division. So, like, y'all, I've heard and seen and probably said it all. I predict that Bubbles will never be elected to Supreme Court as a judge. Yeah, I wouldn't hold your breath. Like, one uses ChatGPT. So I upgraded my phone, and apparently my phone has it's ChatGPT enabled now. I'm like, I don't even know how that works. It also has AI images built in. It's an image playground. It's a beta. It's a beta app that is basically like just, it's an AI image thing on my phone. I'm like, oh, this is just. And Suno has an app. Like, the life is good. If you don't use it, turn it off. Yeah, I tend not to use things like that, but I've been experimenting because it's just funny. I will be here shortly catching up on Speech of the Century from last night. Yeah, I didn't watch it in its entirety because we were busy. However, there was one part that I did see because it's been going viral. He made that young boy an honorary Secret Service agent. That was awesome. Like, that was awesome. That was awesome. Not to mention, you're an OTA. People in pain during therapy tend to lash out at those helping them. Yeah, that's actually really true. Like, I've been called the spawn of Satan. My favorite response, though, was like, I can't participate in therapy. I'm too weak. If you were strong enough to do everything on your own, I wouldn't have a job. Like, this is just like drafted to file content for YouTube. Not everything is content for YouTube channels. Like, geez, the one who the people who are making content for YouTube channels is Bubbles, because he keeps opening his mouth and writing stupid things. Promoting plaintiff storylines to counter content on other channels, focusing on the misrepresentations revealed in the motion for leave to file a reply. It's an abuse of this court and this litigation. Oh, here we go again. Oh, hey, Kay. How are you? And then that man went and congratulated another young man who received a West Point appointment. That is awesome. Like, the plaintiff's present motions and this entire lawsuit are pulling out. Don't make up. He's trying to make fetch happen. Stop trying to make fetch happen. You're not going to make fetch happen. Hey, General. Like, you're not going to make fetch happen. It's just not. He's trying to be the Simone Biles of court and like do things for the first time so they name it after you. You're not as skilled as she is, Bruce. She would probably be a better lawyer than you too without law school. Just saying. The purposeful protraction of litigation and multiplication of proceedings. I just can't like this phrase. That is not someone that I'd ever want to be. No offense to James Owens, but like, if I were to be a lawyer, I have like, I have bigger goals than James Owens. I just can't. Yeah, if the judge puts that in an order, God, I would lose all respect for this judge. But I don't think the judge is that kind of. The only way this will end up in a judge's motion is if he says stop using it, which I don't think he'll do. But yeah, Jose Baez would be a good one. I can think of a lot of lawyers. that are much more skilled. Hey, Spawn. I hated that part. Not him getting the SS badge, but how the left reacted, or how I should say didn't react. Those soulless scumbags. Yeah, that kind of made me yeah, that made me I just, like, I can understand, okay, you hate someone so bad. Like, it could be it can be brought down to the level of like the level of this case. Like, you take that situation that happened last night with that young boy that was supposed to be terminal, and it turns out terminal goes from 6 months to 6 years. Like, amazing for him. But like, it to not, like, I can understand hating someone so much, but you didn't cheer for a young child with a serious illness because you hate an adult who is not related to them. It's sick. It's so sick to me. So last night during Trump's speech, there was a young boy who I want to say was like 12 or 13. I could be wrong on the age. I don't know. He had what I believe was a brain tumor. And he's been given, he was given 5 or 6 months to live. Well, that was 6 years ago. So he has been given like honorary appointments to law enforcement branches all over the country because he wanted to be a law enforcement officer when he grew up. Well, Trump made him an honorary Secret Service agent last night. And people didn't, people on the left side of the aisle refused to clap for that. It's like, you're not clapping for Trump. You're clapping for a young child with a serious health issue. Like, how, like, you hate somebody so much. Like, how, I don't understand. Like, I hate people, don't get me wrong. There's a few people in life that I hate or can't stand. But, like, I don't understand how you can act that disgraceful. Like, and people still support you. Like, I don't understand how anybody can do what they did last night. And, like, I understand people hate Trump. Fine. Like, I hate Biden. Good. We're all even. But, like, I would, if Biden did that, I would still clap because that is an awesome thing to do for a human being who is sick, not a, you know. Hey, Hung Hero, thank you for the $25 super chat. Greetings from Cali. Oh, that, I forgot you were going on a trip this week. Work trip, not fun trip. My Uber driver is a exactly what I that's true. But he was he was only given 5 to 6 months, and that was 6 years ago. So he's yeah, they need to be censored, but that's a whole nother story, and we might even like, yeah, I like some of this person, Marjorie Taylor Greene. I like some of her stuff. Other things, I think, like Trump in his first term, I was like, okay, you made your point, now just shut up. Like, sometimes less is more. Like, you make your point, you say your piece, and then you shut up and you let the other side respond and react and be all crazy. And then you just keep your mouth shut and you prove them right. Like, you prove that you were right. But she keeps on talking, which yeah. So, it is one of those things. I want what they're drinking. I want that Kool-Aid. All right. Getting back to this, whatever this is, like, this make fetch happen. Bye, Tammy. Have a great day at work. Yeah. There's that too. There's that too. Oh, that's creepy. That's a creepy thought. The plaintiff is using the court as the setting for his made for YouTube whodunit. Bruce seems to make this out like Jeremy didn't have a channel before this all happened. Like he makes it appear to the judge as if Jeremy only has a channel for this. He's had a channel for what I understand is a few years, because you don't get 700,000 subscribers in like a year. He's had a channel for quite a while. Oh my God, the lack of logic and trying to spin. Like, this is why I like looking at the documents, because this is what the judge sees. The judge doesn't do his own research, or at least he shouldn't. But like it's like he always makes it out like it's for YouTube. It's like, no, I'm pretty sure Jeremy is not happy about having to pay for Randy's services for years and drive to Pensacola and pay for driving to Pensacola and not knowing if his reputation is going to be great. Like, just a thought, like the only person who's giving people content is Bruce, because every time Bruce opens his mouth and files something and or does something silly, Megan and Tug get content. Like, they've got other stories that they talk about, and Megan's been covering a new, not a new, but another medical kidnapping case out of Indiana. It's like they act like people didn't have channels before this started. Like, and this is the only thing they're talking about. It's a lot of what they're talking about, but I'm sure there are people who have plenty of content outside, myself included, that don't involve this lawsuit. This just so happens to be the thing that's dropping the most, and is the most unpredictable, because you never know when a motion is going to be filed. Whereas my other suits are pretty much like they're following a predictable track. This one, anything goes. Bruce is a clown. Even a circus will refuse to use. He will drag this on, make up motions, floorless ones at that, until this is done. Now he's on the receiving end. Well, I hope he has savings. Yeah, and as of last night, there wasn't anything that I noticed in that other lawsuit. I still have to check. They have 21 days to respond, so we still have a few days. Hello, how are you doing? Oh my God, I love that picture. That's my attitude towards life sometimes. Yeah, I've been watching What the Hills for about 4 years and lived near it. It was crazy. Always watched to see what crazy was next. It was like, and his channel is about his life. So love him or hate him, either way, I don't personally care, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't either. But like, his channel's been about his life and his businesses, and like, sorry, this is what like, you invade his life, you're going to be content. It's not making content. It's like, yeah, ironically, you can be a fan of the content of a channel, but not like the hosts. I mean, everybody's got their own. That's why there's so many YouTube channels, and anybody can make a YouTube channel, and like, that's why there's so many YouTube channels on so many things. Like, there's a YouTube channel. My mom found a YouTube video on how to find the cabin air filter in her vehicle, because it's not old, but it's older, and like, it's not easily found like you would think it would be. So like, she YouTubed it. Like, you can YouTube anything. And if you can't find content, make content. Like, if you can't find something that you're interested in, make your own content. That's the awesome thing about YouTube. Yeah. He keeps claiming this is all for content, but JH barely covers his stuff anymore. And I'm pretty sure he does what everybody else does and just covers when things are important that come out. Like, hey, the documents deadline was last night and we didn't get any documents. Like, that's a big deal. Like, yeah, he is his content. You become his content when you become part of his life. His employees are like, in his content. Like, I'm pretty sure when they started those jobs, part of their little employment contract was, you will be on my YouTube channel. Yeah. All right, let's get back to making fun of I found what the hails during the first round of COVID while in ICU trying to stay alive. I'm glad you're here. I have no idea what that is. I have no idea what this is. The purpose is to generate litigation-related YouTube content for entertainment and profit, not pursuing meritorious claims. This is just laughable at this point, because it's like, just because you say it 1,000 times doesn't make it true. In his December 19th live deposition, the plaintiff acknowledged his public boast of filing contrived litigation for ulterior motives like causing financial harm to his opponents. How many times are you going to bring this up before the judge is like, I got it already. I got it. A lawsuit isn't to win a lawsuit. It's to make you spend all your money on a lawyer and bankrupt you. That's what the win is. I could care less if I win in court. If I win in a court situation, my goal is to make sure you have no money. That's the goal of the lawsuit. The plaintiff's motions don't specify which counterclaims are the subject of the motions, although they cite only paragraphs in count 1. The motions do not cite any rule or legal authority under which they seek to have a counterclaim dismissed or stricken. The motion doesn't distinguish between dismissed and stricken, although the two actions are governed by different rules and standards. The plaintiff's motion rests on an obviously false assertion. The only person that's obvious to is you, Bubbles. Defendants filed a counterclaim, document 69, which seeks to add plaintiff's counsel as a party defendant. And on that false premise, advanced a contrived argument that the counterclaim constitutes a separate action lacking diversity jurisdiction. This is merely the latest of the plaintiff's filings containing materially false statements to invoke federal diversity jurisdiction. The plaintiffs interposed baseless extortion claims. Oh, here we go again. It's not what is in the lawsuit now. It was what is in the lawsuit when it was filed, and the judge found the lawsuit worth a look. Like, she's doing my job. Oh. We as your fans are tired. We need more coin pusher videos. Well, guess what? I'm not going on vacation anytime soon, and the only coin pushers that I know of are at the county fair or the of the vacation spot where we went last year. Other than that, like, coin pusher is my favorite game. However, I can't do it unless I have one, and I'm not going to buy a coin pusher machine. I don't have the space or the money. But that would be kind of fun, like have a coin pusher in the corner. It's just oh my goodness. Like, oh my goodness, this gives me a headache. Like, this is only 4 pages, but like, this is Get some coins and put them on a table and push them with your finger. I think that'll do. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure that'll work. I don't have any coins. Hey, Tony. Hope you love your new place. So far, so good. I am so happy. It is very nice not to have to go like 40 minutes. Yeah, with what money? With what money? Like, yeah, it's great so far. We're still working on like where things are and getting things done, and like, you know, however, it's I like it. Like, there's 2 empty boxes sitting right here. Like, I'm still organizing the closet here to try to like make it easily accessible to the things that we need. And it's good. But like, I got my books. Oh, I got my my hockey pucks. Like, I got my hockey pucks. So like things are starting to be, and I like having this in the corner because like people can still be in here. The little can be in here playing and she won't be on camera because now that she's getting older and she's talking more, the goal is not to have her like on camera as much because she's starting to talk and it's like, no, we're gonna be here. And the fact that she can see me and not see my back, she's doing a lot better with when I'm streaming, just kind of doing her own thing, hanging out, playing right here where she can see me and she can see my face, but isn't on camera. So it's great. And Barbara, thank you for the $5 super chat. Dango is the ancient art of taking dirt and making it into a shiny ball. The green ball in my profile picture is a Dango ball. That's cool. That's really interesting. Oh, ow. Sorry. Y'all can't see it because one, the lighting is good enough where you can't see it, but I have better lighting than Amber Heard. But right here I have a nice bruise because yesterday morning the little she woke up when her dad left for work and she came into her room and like, because she went to bed with him and I just go to sleep in her room because I'm like, I'll go to bed to myself. Like it's kind of amazing. She still will be when she wants to be picked up and when she wants things, but you won't see her in the background because there is no background. She's also handling a lot better. I believe so. We've been getting so much stuff that I've been ordering too because I got so used to ordering from Amazon because it was close. So like, it's a but I believe so. I believe so. I think I have to look at the list to see who got stuff. And I appreciate it, all you who have contributed to the Amazon housewarming list. I appreciate you guys so much. I was back in the day. Pick and Save in Milwaukee had double coupon days on Saturday. So like, yeah, I was that kind of person. I'd get like $150 worth of groceries for like $30. Yeah. And hey, Stats, how are you today? So she'll be on camera, but just not as much because she's not going to be in the background. But she'll still want to be picked up from time to time. So you'll still see her, just not as much. Because at the end of the day, yeah, she's on my channel, but my channel's not about her. So, it is what it is to protect her privacy now that she's getting a little older. This is merely the latest of the plaintiff's filings containing material false statements. To invoke federal diversity jurisdiction, the plaintiffs interposed baseless extortion claims in his complaint, despite having no evidence of the defendants ever making statements constituting extortion. Wait, I don't know everything about what they said, but wasn't there a give me $63,000 or something like that so I can make him go away? Like, it to me right there, that says, like, to me right there, that's a statement constituting extortion. So he's either, there's two things. He has no idea about this case and his clients that they ever said that, or two, he's lying. Oh, 65,000. Okay. Thank you, Tracy and Roy. I remember there was 60 some thousand. So like if, yep. See you, Spawn. Like, you heard that before. Do you believe it? You don't know. Well, if they believed it when they put it, like they believed that was a statement of extortion, like it's one of those things, whether you can believe something that ends up not being true or be in a different context than you are trying to report it. I'm not saying that's what happens here. I'm just saying in life, like with the Blake Lively thing. Her lawyer put in her lawsuit that Justin Baldoni's team believed that she thought it was true. Well, you can believe something is true, but it not actually be true. Like, there are people who believe 1 + 2 = 5. Just because that's what they believe doesn't make it true. There are people who think the earth is flat. Just because that's what you believe doesn't make it true. And there's that, there's an issue of just because you believe something is true, or you think that something is in the context in which made you believe it. I'm not saying that's what was happening here. I'm just saying you can think and put something in a lawsuit that you 100% believe is true, and the judge might not agree with you. That doesn't mean you were wrong in bringing it up. That just means in the eyes of the law, it wasn't enough to constitute an issue. So that's one of the reasons that defamation is so hard. It's like, you can believe someone defamed you, but in the eyes of the law, did they truly defame you? Like, and just because someone calls you a name like Beelzebubbles is not defamation, especially if it's true. In an affidavit, document 8-1, specifically filed to overcome a 12B1 motion. Oh, if I have to hear 12B1 more than one more time, I'm gonna, like, my head's gonna explode. This will be good content, right? Challenging a sufficiency of the amount in controversy, the plaintiff swore that the defendant's online posts calling me a child predator are constant and ongoing to this day, despite having no evidence of any such post. I could be wrong, and we'll have to go back and look, but didn't Jeremy link like 10 YouTube videos? Whether it would be enough to be evidence in the eyes of the law, he still believed he had evidence. So despite having no evidence, that's not exactly true. And that's one of the reasons that I look at these documents, is because what we know from watching Jeremy and hearing people talk and hearing both sides talk about this, it doesn't matter what people talk about on podcasts, on YouTube live streams, in YouTube videos. It only matters what the judge sees, because what the judge sees and what the judge allows into court will be the only thing that the jury sees. And at the end of the day, the jury is the finder of fact and the only people's opinions that truly matter in this whole situation. So what is put into motions by the lawyers and how it's phrased is very important. Because what you have to persuade the judge, not piss off the judge. And I think the part of the issue here is that Bubbles is just, the way he writes these things makes me go like this. And I'm like, I just can't. And I wonder to be a fly on the wall in the judge's chambers when he's reading these, God help us. Like, to be, like, to have that visual of his face when he is reading, I would pay big money to see his response. Oh my God. What an experience that must be. Because we've played a part of an interview that he's done. So I've heard his voice. I've seen his demeanor. I've seen him talking about the Clinton emails. So he has definitely, he has a way with words. And I just can't imagine how there's a reason he is where he is at such a young age. The plaintiff's opposition, document 80, to the defendant's pending 12B1 motion, falsely accused the undersigned of fabricating a quotation from a legal authority, actually altering the quoted portion of the defendant's memorandum to fit the accusation. Falsely claimed that the defendant's fabricated authority in a prior 12B1 motion, and falsely stated that the undersigned contacted whatnot to interfere with the plaintiff's contract. You hit reply all, knowing that you're either an idiot or like, I just can't. Like, it's just like, it's so obvious. Like, he's trying to be discreet about his BS and it's just not working. Like, no. Like, I'm sorry, Bubbles. Like, I'm not anti anybody except for you, because you threatened my family. The defendants have been held hostage to the plaintiff's frivolous, vexatious lawsuit for a year. This is not true, because if someone files a frivolous lawsuit, generally the court throws it out. If you think it's a frivolous lawsuit, just because you think it's a frivolous lawsuit doesn't make it true. You think a speeding ticket is bullshit, but you still broke the law. Just saying. Vexatious lawsuit for a year, during which time the plaintiff has published over a dozen federal court update YouTube videos. Yeah, or published dozens. Yes, and how many videos has he posted in a year? So, you think a video a day, 365 videos a year, maybe one a week on the federal court update? Not, come on. Like 1/7 of his videos. Like, yoy. I think he's captain of Team Delulu. Yeah, he's captain of Team Delulu because he does shit that's plainly obvious and thinks that he's in the right. Like, I don't know, not using a VPN when you harass somebody under different things, and then when someone finds out that it's you go, well, no, it's not. You can't trace an IP address. Yes, bitch, you can. Even with a VPN, you can trace an IP address if you work hard enough. Just saying. Yeah, everything in today's filings has been denied at one time or the other. I still don't know Bruce's plan except to see how far he can get sanctioned. I more than 365. I just use in general because I don't know. I barely watch anybody's YouTube. Like, I don't watch YouTube at night because I either hang out with my family or go to bed. It's like I barely watch anybody's. Yeah, you lawyers and tech don't mix. That's true. Oh my God, courtroom tech is the most interesting thing. Usually with the thumbnails featuring photos of the defendant Preston to promote the videos and invite mockery of her from his 700,000 plus YouTube subscribers. I'm sorry, if you have a YouTube channel, at one point or a time, somebody's going to mock you. She started a YouTube channel. So guess what? None of those pictures. He's trying to bring up the thumbnail case too. And it's like, dude. Yeah. There's the IP address, the MAC address, and the computer ID that are all utilized. It's easier today than it was 20 years ago. Yeah. Yeah. There's that too. I just bring up the IP address because it's the first thing that comes to mind. And it's the thing you can change every day. But that doesn't mean that it still can't be traced back if you work hard enough or know people who are smarter like that. I'm expecting the judge to read this and go, Bruce, what the hell is this crap? Like I said, to pay big money to be a fly on the wall in the judge's chambers when he reads this, or just any of this, like anything, because I can imagine that he, and the one time I talked to Jeremy for like 2 minutes on my channel, I had asked, but none of my questions that I can remember were actually about him. It was about the judge, because I'm fascinated by this judge. Fascinated. This is one of my favorite judges. I think Judge Arthur in Mississippi, the Rankin County Circuit Court judge, is the only judge I like better than this judge. So it's hey, just call me Murphy. Morning, Squid and Chat. How are you? And Robert James, how are you doing? Oh my goodness. So I am completely like fascinated by this judge. I would love to sit down and have a conversation with this judge on just like everything from this case to like how you got where you are, why Florida, like, the plaintiff's right to freedom of speech does not include fabricating phony legal claims and agitating litigation drama for the entertainment of his viewers and his own profit at the expense of others. Okay, I know that with 700,000 YouTube subscribers, you probably make a decent living just from YouTube. However, how much is the profit of what he's making on YouTube goes right to his lawyer's pocket. Right to his lawyer's pocket. Oh, Flash fan, I love Judge Arthur. For those of you who aren't aware, Judge Arthur was the judge in Carly Gregg's case where she is convicted of unaliving her mother and unaliving her, or attempting to unalive her stepfather. Judge Arthur is like that person you want in your corner, but you never want to piss off. He is amazing. He's amazing. Yeah, that would be one of my questions. That would be one of my questions. The problem is one, I know I will never talk to him, and two, he would never actually answer that question because he has more morals than me. Can Bubbles be stopped from filing these motions that are nothing more than manipulation? The judge can limit certain things, like the motion to dismiss. He said you can't file another one until after discovery deadline. They can limit things, like in the new federal case. The judge in that case did not like the way certain things were filed. So if you go to courts.us.gov, I think it is, you can look up every judge and you can see their preferences, like how they want things filed, how they run their courtrooms. You can see their preferences. And when Randy filed a document, he didn't use the right terminology. I think the judge wanted exhibits and he said something else, or it could be wrong. I don't remember exactly what it said, but like when Randy filed those, the clerk of court was like, or the judge's clerk was like, yeah, this is next time anything filed, it's filed like this. Like, so judges are each special in their own way, some for better and some for worse. I don't think this new judge is going to like anybody. I don't think he's going to like anybody. I'm sure that Judge Belaytho and this other judge have spoken, and I don't think that it's going to go well. And they probably spoke before that other lawsuit was filed, like, oh my God, have you seen this case that I'm dealing with? Jeremy showed some reports on Anna's live show showing his revenue was down 61% since this started. And I believe that, yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point. Isn't this the reason for the lawsuit and having a trial is because Bruce thinks one thing and Jeremy thinks another? That is true. Like, that is, I think one set of facts, you think another set of facts. Let's see what the jury has to say, because the jury is the ultimate finder of fact. Conclusion. For the foregoing reasons, the court should deny the plaintiff's motion to dismiss, strike, counterclaims, documents 85 and 86. Wow, it took us an hour to get through 4 pages. That's it. Like, let's for a good old memory's sake, let's see what 85 and 86 were. Document 85. For a reminder, that's a major derailment. Like, no, it's not necessarily a derailment. I think Bubbles' motion itself is a derailment. Because you can't help but, like, I'm sorry, even somebody who's never read a legal document in their life would look at this and go, huh? That doesn't seem professional, or that doesn't seem right, or, any of that. I think I'm back. Well, I hope you're back. It's just one of those interesting situations. 224. There we go. So this is document 85. Oh, of course they do. Of course they do. Wait, he's not one of those people getting his money taken away, right? He's not like 240 years old. It's, yeah, this is a lot to lose when inflation hits. And or you bought property thinking you were going to have a certain level of income, and then all of a sudden that income drops and you still have mortgages to pay and only half the income. You know. Judges are not there to like people or people like him. He gets facts, reviews evidence, and bases his opinion on the listed. And that's part of the reason that I'm really not paying. 1, I don't have time. 2, I don't care. And 3, I only want to see what the judge is seeing. So, because not that I'm a judge by any means, not even close, but I like to look at it from the judge's perspective. And the only thing the judge sees is what's written in documents. So that's part of the reason that I only read the documents, is because I occasionally hear things. Y'all tell me stuff in chat. I watch Megan and Tug. Like, every once in a while I'll catch Jeremy's videos, but I catch what pops up on my feed. I don't go searching. So like, if somebody's stream pops up on my home screen, I will watch it. But I'm not really the type to go searching because I don't have time. Y'all can see, like, I didn't really, like, I've been so busy lately that, like, and I'm in the process of doing, like, laundry, and it's sunny outside, like, having, real life, spending time with my daughter and my fiance and my friends. And now that I'm close to my friends, I'm trying to spend a lot more time with my friends because it's not so out of the way. So I'm trying to do a lot more in real life stuff. And I love YouTube, but I love in real life better. So this is 85. Jeremy Bryan Hales, and hereinafter Hales. So what is brought up? This right here should be like the only thing that really matters, because defendant's attempt to add another party to this case is ultimately under this court's final scheduling order, which gave the parties until December 18th. You missed it. So it's like taking a test. It's like taking a test. Just because you want to make it up, you missed the deadline of the day you took it. Like, sorry, it was due on this date. After that, like, I don't care how smart you are or how much evidence you have that you should take it. Like, I gave you a number. You didn't, like, yeah. Yeah, there's that. And the only thing I can say is that the think is maybe they don't have anything. Oh, all right. So what was the other thing that he, this means the court does not have supplemental jurisdiction to hear claims against additional parties if their presence in the case would deploy complete diversity. The defendant's counterclaim might not rely on plaintiff's lawsuit to satisfy the diversity of citizenship, amount, and controversy requirements. True. Like, it seemed pretty straightforward. Like, this one seemed pretty straightforward. Let's see, 86. This was 224. Going through and just trying to see if what Bruce said made sense. Because sometimes what he says does not make sense. 84. Let's see, 86. That was his 12B1. I don't see what he's... There's that. That's a possibility. Not sure, but that's a possibility. When we met JH, we warned him about the grifter con we met as we traveled through the others. We waited almost 2 years to bring the fake Native American grift that's not talked about to light. Oh, yesterday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, 5 p.m. in the motion because the judge is in Pensacola Central time. 6 p.m. my time. So it is what it is, like, which sucks, but it is what it is. And now we will see where it goes from there. I am going to check the other lawsuit just to make sure that there is nothing on that, or nothing more has been filed. Let's see. 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 25. Whoop. It'd be nice if I could type. There we go. Uh-oh. Yeah, they probably Clinton their own electronics and they got all new stuff. I mean, let's see. Related case, this one. And there is still nothing in the docket. This is what I was talking about earlier. So, and I'm sorry I can't make it bigger, but docket annotation by court to all counsel. For amended document filed by Jeremy Bryan Hales, counsel would advise that for all future pleadings in this case and for any other cases assigned to Judge Hinkle, exhibits attached to a document and filing should be properly identified in the docket text when posting the document. Example, deposition of John Doe rather than Exhibit A. So this judge wants specific things, not just Exhibit A, Exhibit B. Whereas in document 4, amended document by Jeremy Hales, amendment to document 1, complaint Exhibit 1. So you best be explaining what Exhibit 1 is. So each judge has their own Hinkle, Hinkle. Like, oh, all right. So with all of that, we are going to call it a day for this morning. I probably will be back in a few hours, and we will do a couple hours of the a speed run through the CNN Zach Young case, because I really want to get through that case, but night court isn't really since we moved into this house, night court's not really going to be a thing because I'm exhausted every day. Every day. So we'll probably do maybe about 2:30. We'll probably do that. And then we will call it a day. Like, yeah, Hinkle. You're welcome. You have a great day. And let me see who is live that we can redirect to. Oh, let's see. I think Mo. I'll talk with Mike. Oh, Mo in the Deep End. Petty Express Skelton Brothers. Oh, probation hearing, day 2. Or probate hearing, day 2. All right. Y'all have a great day. Tell Mo that I said hi and that I love her. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.